YouTube's, what is up guys? It is question and answer time. You guys ask questions on my Facebook, and I'm going to scroll through and answer a handful of them. I got over 1,200 questions, so I'm definitely not going to be able to even scratch the surface, but I'm going to answer some of them. Hopefully I nail some questions that a lot of you guys are asking. So without further ado, let's do this. Tyler Owings asks, have you ever not worn red? Yes. I was born naked, believe it or not. If I'm wearing clothes, I always have a red shirt on before anything else, but I've been naked, and then my whole life before I was 14, there were plenty of times where I didn't wear red. Saban Liberty says, have you and Sam Tabor ever fought before? And yes, pretty much Sam and I fight 24/7. We're kind of like constantly like making fun of each other and having a blast all at the same time. But as far as like an actual fight, no. I mean, he's my dude. I haven't really gotten into a serious fight with anybody on Revive. I'm pretty easy to get along with, I like to think, and it takes a lot to get me like actually angry. So no fights, real fights. But Sam, yes, ish. Lucas Archer says, have you ever skated with a pro? And yes, if you watch my channel, I have videos with Corey Duffel, Ryan Sheckler, Kerry Getz, Richie Jackson, the list goes on probably, I think. Harry Thompson says, favorite Zelda and or Mario games? Zelda, I'm gonna have to say Twilight Princess, or Ocarina of Time, I don't know, it's a close battle there. And then Mario game, I would have to say Mario 64, solid. Super Mario World, also runner-up. Not answering that. Micajah Markham says, if I drink a gallon of baking soda, do you think I would barf? Yeah, probably. That stuff's freaking like gasoline. It's weird. Lewis Green says, have you ever had a video removed? If so, what for? Yes. I totally had a video of my friend like kind of like grabbing a seagull at the beach. I mean, the seagull literally kind of walked right up to him, and my friend was just like holding the seagull. So that way it wasn't like violent or anything. It was not hurting it at all. The seagull just kind of lied there like, you grabbed me, what are you doing? And then it kind of played dead, and it was a hilarious video. And I put in the info, I was like, this is not animal abuse. We didn't literally, we like backed away from the bird and let him do his thing, and he played dead. Like, he wasn't hurt at all, and then he flew away. But I guess like just putting the word animal abuse in the info, YouTube was like, no, So they took it down immediately, and it's a funny clip, but it will never hit the internet ever again. So I'm sorry. Ali Gozen says, are you going to make a sequel to Yesterday Raced? And I'm actually going to write a sequel to Yesterday Raced this year. That's my goal, at least. And I don't know if I'm going to release it publicly, because I'm going to kind of write a series based on my life. But since they have to do with real people, and like I don't want to like kind of expose a lot of people in a sense. So if I write it really safely, I might release it, but odds are it's just going to be like my personal collection. I'm sorry, I know a lot of you guys are really upset to hear that, but I will write books kind of based on it that are like more safer to publish, so you will see more from me in the book world, I promise. Sam Brown. That was stupid. Sam Brown says, can you 720 flip? I've done a couple 720 double flips, and they've been very sloppy, but I've landed them. 720 single flip, super hard, no way. Jordan Johnston says, how true is your book? And it's 95% exactly how it went down. I sprinkled a little bit of fiction in here to like wrap the book up and kind of like connect the dots in certain things, but like most of it is absolutely true. And the rest of it's like highly based on real events. Shane Shadath says, why did you get married and have a kid? Well, I got married because I loved her, and I've always wanted kids. When the time is right for something, you just do it. And I love my wife, and I'm super happy, and riding is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So to all you people who think that like that's like the end of life or whatnot, you guys are crazy. If you're married to the right person and having kids for the right reasons, it's literally the best thing that will ever happen to you. And it hasn't slowed me down one bit. I still skate, and I still get to make goofy videos. Like, my life is exactly the same. I just get to share it with the best people ever. So, Adam Cooper asks a question that people have been asking for their entire lives, and I keep answering it, but nobody processes it fully. He says, does Revive ship internationally? If so, how much would postage be to Australia? We have, from day one, shipped internationally, and I've answered it probably about like 500 times. Like, people keep asking this question. So yes, we ship internationally. It is expensive. That's something we can't control. Like, our countries charge what they charge. So I'm sorry I can't do anything about the price. But when it comes down to it, it's still cheaper than like a deck in other countries. So do your research. Even if shipping is more expensive on the board, it doesn't mean you're paying more than you would in your country, if that makes sense. Either way, when there's an issue on the internet, just do some research. Go to the website and try to order it and see how much it costs. That's the better way of doing things. Danny Sanchez asks, would you ever go down a mega ramp? If so, what trick would you do off it? Easy. Yeah, I'd like to think that I would try the mega ramp, and my trick would be getting to the other side in one piece and surviving. And if I did that, if I just like flew across it and slid down the thing, I would be so psyched. If I ever actually ollie and rolled away, then I don't know. I'll do something really crazy on YouTube. Alvin Ormagard says, how did you find skateboarding? I Google mapped it. Also, my friend brought a skateboard to the comic shop, and he was like, hey, let's ride this. And I was like, you're onto something, buddy, let's do it. Dylan Prepper says, when did you realize skateboarding was something you liked doing? From the moment I freaking stepped in on it. What? Stepped in on it? No, it was like love at first sight. I got on my skateboard, I was like holding it, and I was like, I'm gonna make out with you because I love you. Not really, but I loved it from the get-go. Julio Perez says, do you have any siblings? And I have 14 siblings, which is a lie. I have one. I have one, as she's a sister. She's a sister. There you go. Brain time, Andy. Anthony Volp says, do you miss being as good as you used to be at skating? And to me, it's kind of a weird thing because like I used to be better at handrails back then, but I'm like way more techer and do different types of things now than I ever did back then. So I feel like I'm better in more ways than I was back then, but I definitely went bigger in the past. And I feel like if I just got some time to actually spend on my skateboard more than like 45 minutes a week when I'm actually skateboarding, I could get some of the bigger stuff back. So I don't know. So with that said, I do miss doing big stuff, but I feel like I have a lot more control on a lot of other things. So I don't necessarily feel like I'm worse now. Thames Darcy says, hey Andy, what's your greatest achievement in your life? And I'm going to be cheesy and I'm going to say my son, but it's absolutely true. I see that little guy and I'm like, you are what I am here on earth for, because he's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love that little guy. Sam Cleves says, how did you get Revenge/Revive started and how difficult was it? Then he goes on to talk about how he potentially wants to start a company. Sam, I didn't really mean to start a company. I had the videos and then a lot of people started asking for product. And when they wanted product, I was like, alright, sure, I'll start a company. And I was kind of lazy with it at first, but things kept selling out and I just kept it going. And eventually I pulled my buddy Brian Ames in and him and I, and then of course the team helped out. And we just kind of got it going for real, and I learned as I went. But the biggest thing I did right when it comes to Revenge and Revive is that I built an audience before I had product. So when I started the company, I had people that already wanted the stuff. So that was like the big thing that made me different than others, I feel. I mean, we're still growing, you know, I'm not saying we're like super successful, but that's the reason why we're like growing and doing fairly well is because I did it kind of backwards and I created the demand before the supply. Business lesson, there you go right there. Mickey Valquette says, is your wife camera shy? And no, she was actually in one of my skits. So look up Sexy Girl Date Fail, I think it is. She's in that one. Mason Wynn says, is it stressful going on all these trips and camps and going out filming and trying to be home and have fun with the family? Yes, it's very stressful. I'm fortunate enough that I usually can like make the trips happen in like a weekend or like 3 or 4 days, and then I'm back here and I'm with Ryden like a ton. You know, like every day I'm home by like 4 o'clock and I'm with him until he goes to bed. So I get to spend a lot of time with Ryden. My wife's going through grad school right now, so she's busy 24/7, so whenever I can get time with her, I take it. But overall, the family life is rocking. It is stressful though. We're all really busy, except Ryden, because he's 2. Duxton McDougal asked a good question. He says, do you ever wonder what your life would be like if you didn't start skateboarding in the first place? And I would want to be a nerd, because I'm a nerd now. I don't know. I'd like to think that I would be in video of some sort because I have a passion for video. But it's been such a big part of my life. It's so weird to fathom what I would be doing. Maybe I would have gotten to like the video game industry because I've always had a passion for that. But wow, a world without skateboarding for me, it's very hard to imagine. So I'd be a nerd of some sort, a dork, a geek, whatever you want to call me. But it's hard to pinpoint exactly what. I'm sorry. But that's it, guys. I will do another one of these in like a month or so. I'll try to do it more often because I know you guys like this. And just to answer all the wheel questions, I'm about to get some wheel information out within the next month. We're kind of waiting on wheels right now, so unfortunately it's kind of set back a little further than we'd like, but more info is coming within the next couple weeks. Stay tuned. But thank you very much to everyone who asked a question. I like doing these. And then if you guys want to get in on the next one, make sure you're following me on Facebook. The URL is right here and in the info below. I'll basically make a post asking you guys to ask me questions, and then I just go through and answer them. So I'll try to do this again soon. But I'm going to go subscribe for daily videos, and then we're going to end this video with a cat. Okay? Here's one right now. Hi. How are you? Oh, you're gone. Or are you? Or are you? Yep. Oh, look at this mess. Ryden. Dude, clean your playroom, buddy.